done started from the small grind, turned it up major. I remember all the hard times, that's what made me greater. Done departed from the haters, got no time, see you later. Always finish what I started, that's what I call major. No, I'm major.
Tesla's going crazy. We had to pull out the flamethrower. TSL is on fire. On fire.
Fire.
86% up in the last month. On fire. Completely on fire. Tesla is on a run right now. I'm here with Steve and I'm here with Abdul today. Special guest from New York City.
Nice to meet you guys. My name is Abdul. I'm from New York.
Nice.
And what do you own? Like you own NVDY, right? That's why you're here?
On. You know why I'm here today, man. I got influenced by my guy Tony. He put me on. My son Smith, but I call him Will. But we're gonna get into that later.
He said my son Smith.
We actually never met each other. We only met on the phone.
Literally.
I feel like he's nervous for the camera. Just call me
Smith Steve. Steve Smith. I think that was a basketball player.
I'm fucking retarded.
I've been calling him Will for the past, I don't know, like 4 weeks, bro. You gotta ask Tony.
literally.
Why the
literally.
fuck you been calling me that?
Think about my cousin Will. Shout out my cousin Will, man. Just holding down on NVDY.
That's not why he's been calling me Will.
Yeah, no, literally.
There's been a reason why I've been calling you Will.
Why?
Well, Steve, it's an interesting story. I was going through a lot at the time.
When we first talked on the phone and shit?
Before that.
Oh, okay.
I'd say I have 4 dogs, by the way, guys. I got 4 dogs. I got 2 golden doodles, got a toy poodle and a Pouchon, and I got a lovely woman at home. I take care of everybody. I'm a paralegal. I do personal injury law.
Paralegal turned long-term investor. Turn NVDY.
That is correct.
The yield maxer.
Listen, guys. Before I met Tony, I was investing in cryptocurrency, mainly in Bitcoin. And I was just dumping money in there, bro. I didn't know what else to do. I was just like, all right, I'm making some money. What do I do? And that time, Bitcoin was around like 30,000. I'm like, yo, this thing's going to shoot at least to 60 to 80, 90K.
Yeah.
So I just started throwing money in, and then I saw it double up, went to 60K. So I'm like, all right, dude, what do I do now? I didn't know what to do, bro. I got bills piling up. I got a paralegal job. Now I'm paying too high, but, helps out with the regular bills.
Right.
And one day Tony just came to me. I was at the smoke shop chopping up with my boy Marty. Shout out to Marty, man. And Tony was hearing me out. He's like, oh, what you doing? And I was like, yo, bro, I'm investing in Bitcoin. And he's like, all right, so what's going on with the stocks? And I'm like, yo, bro, don't talk to me about stocks. I've been trading since 2021. I made a shit ton of money off of Tesla options. But I was an amateur, bro. I was just trading. What do you call it? Naked calls?
Naked calls, yeah.
Oh, my God.
He was buying a lot of naked calls. We do a lot of call debit spreads here. Like, you'll learn about that. That's essentially when you're buying a call, in the money call, or you're just buying a call option. But the out of the money calls, you're selling it to collect the premium.
You don't got to kiss that, John.
Oh, you talking about the mic? My bad.
Yeah, I'm still
Have a habit, right?
Yeah, no, these John will pick up, yeah. No, you good.
Listen, man.
But yeah, go ahead,
I turned 10 G's into 100K on Tesla options in 30 days, right? Actually, sorry, not 100 G's, $250,000 in 30 days. I have the proof. Hopefully it shows to the...
Just a follow-through method. You just keep rolling them up.
Yeah.
When that volume starts breaking and it starts getting hot and it's just followed through day after day after day, kind of similar to what just Tesla just did in the last 7 days. The volume on there and just the amount of people jumping in. You got institutional buyers and retail investors. And I'm pretty sure people are trying to figure out what to do with all that NVIDIA gain. NVIDIA gain, right?
So you did all that.
So I did all that, and then after the 30 days, I lost 100,000. I had $150 left. I started with 10K. It took me 30 days to do those trades, and I was like, all right, dude, relax. And I was like, all right, that's it. It's over. The journey's done.
Yep.
So I stopped trading, and I was scared to trade, and then I wish you had a button for that one. This guy right here.
Let's go.
Comes at the right time, my guy. At the right time. So he puts me onto something called YieldMax ETFs, and I was just like, what is this?
But at this point, you already had the
I didn't have no.
You already had the Bitcoins and
I
shit.
just had Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Straight Bitcoin, no stocks. I pulled out of everything, and I didn't have no stocks. I didn't have any
You just
plans.
had like a couple Bitcoin, you're saying?
Yeah, a couple Bitcoins, and
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'm never gonna deal with this stock stuff again. It's
Yeah.
too volatile.
Yeah,
It's
that
crazy.
happens.
Okay.
But
so
you
he's
know-
telling you about NVDY, kind of same thing like he fucking did with me.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, dude, no, I'm not getting back into this. 2021, money was pumping in the economy. You could catch a $20 increase in Tesla within a day, man.
Yeah, yep.
It's not like that anymore. But come on, what happened a couple days ago, guys?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
was it yesterday?
Tesla's
Wow.
going
That's
nonstop.
why we really got the flamethrower out.
Yeah, Tesla's going crazy.
Plus, we just got paid from the dividends today. Well, no, we didn't get paid today, but the declaration date was today, which is saying what we're gonna get paid per share. So
Today was the X effective date.
this,
Yeah.
this is really the NVDY believers.
And the math is mathing. Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes,
so
sir.
he told you about it. So then what?
So he told me about it. Then he told me about MSTY, TSL. Oh, is it TSLY?
Yeah, he likes that one.
but-
But you didn't want to put nothing in it.
I didn't want to put nothing. I'm like, what is this, bro? This has got to be a scam or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, wait, 7-8% return.
So-
Then I'm looking at the margins. I'm like, should I tell him about the margin story?
But just go on because
So-
I want to know why you calling me Will. That's where I'm
I-
at.
Let's go. So Steve. So this is
It has to do with that, I'm sure. Something.
Steve, after I find out how margin works with Robinhood, I'm thinking that 6% is like a monthly thing. I'm like, get out of here. Once I find out it's a yearly thing, I threw my phone on the floor, smashed it. I said, you put in 100,000, get 100,000, pay back 6,000. The fuck? Sorry, but are you
Nah,
crazy?
you're good. You can do whatever the fuck
So
you want,
he
man.
told me about you, Steve. He's like, yo, check this guy out. He's my friend. This is what he does. You don't believe in you don't believe in these options. You don't believe in these ETFs. Well, look, Steve's doing it. And then he's bringing you up. I look at it. I speak to you on the phone, and I do some research on my own, like 3 a.m. research, bro. I'm digging in deep. I find this guy named Retired on Dividends. Some cool dude.
Yeah, I remember because I watched the interview. We wouldn't have known it without you. I remember that.
And then I get hooked, bro. I get hooked. I'm seeing these portfolios. These guys getting paid like 14,000, 12,000, 8,000. So I'm like, bro, Will's onto something. And then boom, it hit me. His name's not Will, it's Steve. I'm like, nah, bro. His name is Will. He's giving me the will to do this. And it just stuck there, bro. Like, you're Will for like 7 weeks straight. And I just kept on telling Tony, like, bro, what's up with Will? He's like, who's Will? I'm like, what do you mean, who's Will? Will's the guy. He's the one. And he's like, you mean Steve? I'm like, nah, I'm calling him Will, bro. He got to be Will once a week, bro. He gave me the will to do this. And
I'm glad, bro, because he
Bro.
did too. Like, it's like you know when you hear a good idea and you like, yo, sometimes it takes seeing somebody, maybe in your case, he just told me the idea. I was like, I think this is a good idea. Like, but we had,
Yeah,
a
let's
little
run it.
more of a history. Yeah, let's run it. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
let's
it.
run it. Let's
So-
see what
I
happens.
was scared, bro. I was scared shitless. I was like, no, bro. There's
So
no
wait, how
way.
did you buy it then if you didn't have no bread?
So, I took a shot of Hennessy. I had my brunch. I worked out. Went to the sauna. Hopped into the pool. Came out. Called Tony. Tony, where are you at, my man? He's like, I'm downtown. Can't get something to eat. By my mom's
Nice Cuban spot. Nice
my
Cuban
mom's
spot.
favorite place. Cuban
Good.
spot.
Yeah. Guantanamala.
So
all
send me
right?
the address,
56
bro.
and 8th in Manhattan.
I think today's
Nice spot.
I told him today's going to be the day it changed my life. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I think I grew some balls today, man. He's like, really? I'm like, yo, where are you? Send me the address. We got to take care of business. So he sends me the address. It says like 45 minutes away. I'm like, damn, 45 minutes. You know what? Let's do it. Let's get in this traffic. Get in
What the
the
fuck
car.
you about to do? What the fuck is
Mm.
I get there. He's there. Jolly. What's going on, AP? What's going on, Abdul? I'm like, bro, I think it's time. Today's the day. He's like, today's the day. I'm like, yeah, come on, let's get some drinks. Get some food. Get some drinks. And one thing led to another. I sold half of my one whole Bitcoin. Half
Oh,
of it.
damn, to get in there.
That was like
damn.
$30-something thousand, right?
Yeah, it was
Give or take.
40 G's, they say.
40 G's.
We
40
caught it at a
Gs?
good price.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was like
we did.
62.
We did.
I did like 40 G's, 35.
Mm-hmm.
Took the
shit,
whole
yeah.
thing, threw it in there.
Damn.
Within like 3-4 days, I get my first dividends payment. My whole life changed. I mind you, I'm like, is this a scam, bro? Did I really just sell?
Oh
half
well,
my
like you
Bitcoin?
did add margin to it too,
Oh,
right?
I'm not. Oh,
yeah.
of course.
I mean,
Yeah.
like
What-
anytime you put money into Robinhood and you have Robinhood Gold and you have your margin invested in enabled, you know, Robinhood, if you put up $1,000 in there, they're gonna give you $1,000 on top. You put in 5, they're gonna give you 5 on top. You put in 10, they're gonna give you 10 on
I mean,
top.
do your own research on how to use the margin, what
Of
you
course,
have to pay
of
back, all that
course.
stuff. We already have an understanding of that, so we're
Yep.
not going to go into it. But
You're
if
just
you're
diving
interested
straight in.
it, yeah, dive
Just,
into it. But
just
that's
dive
what he
in.
did, so.
Figure it out.
Damn, that's crazy. You was probably holding them for a minute, though.
Bro,
for
threw
real.
in 40, got another 45, threw the whole thing at NVDY, caught it at the right time. I had to wait the whole 3 weeks. Waited like 4 days. Dividends day came, got paid.
Dividend day. I fuck with that.
All right.
Bro.
So, well, like today is, you know, the ex dividend date,
What did I
right?
do?
And the
Well,
the
it's not
payable
X
date
date,
is Monday.
Just the declaration date today, but yeah.
Today's the ex date or the deck date?
Nah,
I
the
think
deck date.
today's a deck day.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
the deck date.
How many shares you got?
So that time I remember like
But
it was
how many
yesterday.
then do you have then and now?
2030. It gave me 2,030 shares, which gave me about like 5 G's in dividends. I rolled it over.
The whole thing.
The whole thing. I was
Oh,
like, you
yeah.
know what? Let's see what's
See,
up.
I've been rolling mine into more like growth. Like I put a little in and then I put it into some 2-time leverage. So now I'm like, I'm still keeping kind of the same payment, a little bit more. And now I'm like getting into some of the growth, like Granite shares, the 2x leverage.
Well, you know, it's an income strategy ETF.
Yeah,
so
it's designed to give you income. That's what it's
Switch-
designed
switch.
for.
I can't wait for Tony. We were talking about it last episode, but I really want Tony to break it down of like, this is what they do. This is how they do it. This is, you know,
All right,
their thinking,
so
'cause-
all right, let's dive straight in. Let's dive straight into the NVDY. NVDY is our pretty much our poster child, right? Poster boy. The poster boys over here of NVDY. So right now you have NVDY in the past 6 months. It's up 39%, 39.5% plus distribution. The current distribution for the next dividend being paid Monday is $2.47 per share.
Yeah.
$2.47 per share. The underlying stock is currently, as of the July 3rd close at 1 p.m., it's $30.46. So if you want to get your exact distribution rate percentage, you can take the distribution amount, which is $2.47, divide it by the current stock price, which is $30.46, and you'll come out with a distribution rate of 8.1% this month. I think that's pretty crazy. Now, that's the distribution rate. Now people are probably wondering, like, how is this possible? How is it possible? So what these guys at YieldMax are doing over here, if you go on the Robinhood, you can look at the asset holdings, and it'll pretty much show you what they're betting on. A lot of what they're betting on, a lot of the money is in U.S. Treasuries, so it's creating a guaranteed cash flow. Then, of course, you know, leverage. People are leveraging up. These guys are buying in-the-money calls, in-the-money puts, and then they're buying more out-of-the-money calls at a very discounted price. But most of the portfolio, if not all of the portfolio, is in those in-the-money calls and puts, and most of it is in U.S. Treasuries. So, like, what are they pretty much doing? They're like building up cash, and they're trading the option so you don't have to trade it yourself. Because you might get lucky on an option here and there, and you know, make 50% here, 100% there. But are you really better than a CFA? Like, are you really a quant guy? Like, are you like really that person that's really perfect with your trades? I mean, chances are you're probably not, because I don't think none of us is. But I can tell you that these professionals are making money month over month. Every month they're making money. NVDY is nonstop. It just keeps going
and
up.
it's not as consistent as you would say with maybe like a company that has cash flow that's, you know, every 3 months paying you out. But hey, you're getting paid every month, and you're kind of betting on the underlying and stock and their strategy.
Yeah, I mean,
essentially, we're believing in this. 'cause
yield. I mean,
we
you
getting
can't compare like
we getting our money,
YieldMax
man.
to like a regular company that's doing
No.
like a quarterly dividend. It's just
It's not
there's
it.
no
I'm saying,
comparison.
like, that's the only way people would else probably know. The
No, I mean,
majority
yeah,
about
like, I mean, a
dividends
lot
is
of people
that
are
way.
like, yo, I'm going to put my money in realty income and buy O and get my monthly dividend of 1%.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool, bro.
Safe, nice.
Like, go ahead,
cool.
get your 1%.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Like, you know what I mean? Go ahead, get your 1%.
I'm gonna ride with this until the wheels fall off.
Yes.
And I know you two
Oh,
are.
we
so-
are
course,
too.
of
We're
course.
like,
Spread
we're,
the income, baby.
yeah, like, we're
Spread
going to
the
ride
income.
this until Jay closes up the fund.
Oh man,
But,
let the professionals do what they do.
yeah,
best.
yeah, yeah.
literally.
You
Like,
just
I
let
got-
the professionals
like,
do what you do.
I only had like 2,800 the last payment, and now I just got 3,000 flat.
Okay.
So plus I got like 900 MSTY.
So-
So mine was like I think it's like 95 something for the month. So I'm like, dog, like,
So-
thanks to God, because I'm gonna be able to like, you know, take care of my mom a little bit, take care of my bills. It's like,
Okay,
bro,
so
like,
Steve, right now,
it's just
right?
crazy. Like,
Right now,
Nah,
your
you feel me on that.
NVDY share count is 3,000 shares, right?
yep.
So with 3,000 shares and roughly a 247 dividend, all right, we could just round it up. Let's say 250 a share, 3,000 shares. That's a $7,500 monthly income stream. 7,500,
75.
and that's like every month. It might be $7,000 next month, $6,000 next month. It might be 8 or 9, but it's just a constant cash flow. It's every month, every first week, and you know that's what YieldMax is. It's yielding to the max.
I was just telling Tony, sorry to cut you off real quick, but thanks to these guys right here, I'm about to have no credit card bills, no debt, 28 years old. Just give me 2 months.
And like
So,
that's literally
I actually didn't like. We ain't even.
that's literally
crazy, bro.
that's
Yeah.
literally what it's all about.
Because of
Literally.
just like being able to have the will to
Yeah,
sell
yeah,
out
yeah.
of the Bitcoin to then be able to take care of everything because you were just trying to hold it.
I was just trying
For
to
some
hold
shit.
it, bro. Yeah, I was just trying to. It was just like
Damn, bro, that's what's up,
it's
man.
like a collectible, you know. I didn't
And like
really
that's
have
why
any other goals
look
to
that's
it.
why I told them about MSTY because I'm like, yeah, you have Bitcoin, you're selling out Bitcoin if
Yeah.
you want. You go buy MSTY, which is micro strategy income option ETF, and you know
good
it's it's
You
pretty
still got
much
your skin
doing.
in the game.
I mean, you have your skin in the game on Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, of course. Still kept
Right,
some-
like you're gonna get your monthly cash flow, and it's literally a top performing YieldMax product. Like,
One of the
what
most
are
risky one.
I mean, what are the top 2 YieldMax products that are giving the highest distribution rates? NVDY, MSTY.
Yeah.
You can look at the whole list. I'm giving it to you, like
on their website
on
they
a
have
silver
everything,
platter.
too.
Yeah, I'm gonna link it. at the bottom.
NVDY, MSTY. You're getting it on a silver platter for free. Nobody wants to take your money. Like, go look at it. It's a very nice thing. It definitely generates some income. Hey, maybe you cover your car note with it. Maybe you cover your phone bill. Maybe you cover car insurance. Maybe you cover your rent.
Yup.
Maybe you cover your child support. Who knows?
Or maybe you reinvest it into other ETFs.
Yeah.
You
Or
know?
stocks, however you want to, like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
reinvest it, do whatever you want.
It's
Just
like you can do whatever you want with
You
this
are the
money.
player.
It's a cash distribution every month. So it's not like you have to buy the underlying asset again or a stock or the same ETF again. You can do whatever you want with this money. You can withdraw it every month if you want. It's totally up to you.
I
But,
think we should go on because from last week that my brain couldn't even have imagined to, like, I was honestly waiting for this, like, you know, next Monday when we get paid to be like, yo, I'm going to dump into Tesla. And I probably still will. And I'm like, yeah, but the market doesn't wait on anybody. So
Market never waits for anybody.
From when Tony said that to today, TSLL is up like 70-some%. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn.
You
like,
called it.
and
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
even know
No, I
about
mean,
the-
nailed it right
I
on the
mean,
back.
and nobody would have been able to guess like the deliveries and all that.
No,
and,
like it's a
what they
bullseye.
did.
It's just, you know what it is?
It's just
When
crazy,
when
bro.
you have legendary investors, for example, like Ron Barron, and they go on CNBC, which I always encourage everyone go on CNBC, watch the markets directly from, you know, the good guys as I call them. When you have a legendary investor like Ron Barron telling you, going on CNBC live and telling you like, hey, this is the bottom on Tesla here at
What date was
165.
this?
Maybe like a few weeks ago. Maybe like a few days before we made the episode. So when you have like a legendary investor go on TV and tell you like, hey, this is it, this is the bottom, and you know the guy's 70 something years old,
It's worth listening to. at
like
a minimum.
I think it's worth listening to at the bare minimum. Some of these guys have more influence than, you know, your favorite social media mogul or whoever you follow or listen to, whatever the case may be. Legendary investors just have a way of being right a lot. And, you know, he was a good guy to listen to. I kind of follow him and Kathy. And when it comes to Tesla, I think Tesla's going to go to the moon. Look, Tesla went from, what, 185 to 250? It went from 165 to 250 in what? In less than a month?
Give me 2021 vibes, man.
Yeah, no, like I'm telling you, Tesla, I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla's 350 by the end of the summer. Probably the end of the year for sure, but the end of the summer, I wouldn't be surprised. There's just so much institutional buying and so much retail buying in that name right now, and everybody's in NVIDIA. And it's kind of like
this.
wobbling around right now. So people want to put their money to work. They're like, yeah, I made a lot of money in NVIDIA. Let me look for what's new.
Yep.
Tesla's
true.
coming. Tesla's going so hard and so fast. It's like
Pause.
crazy. Yeah, pause.
Yo, dude, Tesla robots.
Boost.
Tesla robots. I'm telling you now.
So you did a lot of
He loves the
research on this?
robots.
Because all I did was like read a couple articles. Like what you probably know a little bit more. I
Bro,
would love to hear.
Tesla robots, it's gonna be a thing, and I'm telling you a thing. I give it take 3 years, 4 years, you're gonna see some running around.
Yeah, like
it's
you're
gonna
gonna
be
see
like
the little
20
Tesla
Gs a
robots folding clothes, bro.
Folding clothes.
We was just talking about like I didn't research it more than just like seeing the articles and like watching I forget who was talking about it on CNBC, but like it's coming, like he
Nah,
said
I
this
mean,
is gonna
they-
be here more like sooner than you think, but it still has some time until it goes
I personally think
into effect.
like even the Tesla cars, they're gonna be much more affordable later down, like in the future. It is now. You can get like a Tesla, a Model 3 for like 20 G's, 22.
No, yeah, because
I
they
think it
have
was
like
so
that tax
down,
credit or something
too,
like
because
that.
People
Mhm.
thought like Elon was like getting rid of like having to do cheaper cars because people were talking about the robo-taxi. Like maybe that's why it was going down too, And
No,
now
I
people are
mean,
realizing, like,
technically they're saying like what they're saying is just like Tesla's delivery numbers are down. Tesla's
according
selling
to
less
today.
cars
Yeah.
in China. Blah blah blah. Like, there's always gonna be naysayers. There's always
Yeah.
gonna be people that are like, oh, and Elon can't do it. It's the same thing they were saying about Nvidia.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing they said about Apple, Microsoft. Oh, it can't go that high.
He
These
said the same
things.
thing about Dogecoin too.
Yeah, these things. He love crypto. He love crypto.
Man.
These things are designed to, like, these companies are designed to make money, like, and they're making money. It's like you can't, like, there's no like way of being like, oh, this company is gonna like not make money when they're like literally showing you month after month, quarter after quarter that the revenue streams and the net income is just going through the roof, just going
Of
up.
course, rule number 9: do your own research.
Yeah,
you
it's
know what I
just
mean?
everything's going up.
sure.
Everything's going up.
gotta-
They're selling more and more cars every year.
I think you could explain this
400
well.
what?
So
443,000 cars last quarter. Like,
what's
that's
happened?
like-
Do you know the
that's like
increase
1
over the
point-
year? What was last year? Do you know? What
nah, I think it was probably around the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they were complaining about it.
What would you say to people, right, that are listening to us here? Because if you're watching up to this point, like you probably heard, like, dang, these guys got a lot of shares of NVDY, and like, I'm able to do a lot of things in my life and essentially like not have to work if I didn't want to.
Well,
off my dividend. So
Bro, these guys changed my life. It's a
So
lot.
I mean,
So
what's
what would you say to the people that are like, well, dang, how can I even get to a point like that to be getting $5,000 a month?
Well,
how
I mean,
did they build it up?
well,
'Cause
I
you're
mean,
kind
like,
of like in the same spot as them. Like,
well,
you got, like,
yeah. I
a
mean,
little-
literally, what we're gonna do is, like we mentioned it a few times. I was telling Abdul on the way up. I'm gonna create a small account. It's gonna be a small Robinhood account that I'm gonna show every week. I'm gonna put about $350 to $400 in weekly deposits into it, and I'm gonna buy all these names you see on the wall, and I'm gonna buy it every week. I'm gonna show you how it grows. I'm gonna show you how you can margin invest after you have 2 G's in it, and we're gonna take it week by week.
Where can we
and-
see this at?
Oh, like you're gonna see this live on the podcast in the next few weeks.
You're gonna show us all here.
Yeah, like I'm showing you
We
everything.
want to see the journey of Anthony Almaver.
Oh,
aka
yeah. I mean, you're gonna see the journey of the Let's Save Together podcast Robinhood account. That's what you're gonna see.
That's what I'm
Which
talking
is
about.
a beautiful thing. It started off nice and small, cause, But yeah. Yeah. Like we're gonna do everything live here. We're gonna have some screen recordings and stuff, and we're gonna do everything here. Just want you to stay tuned to this. We're also gonna be announcing a dividend party, a YieldMax dividend party,
Everyone's welcome.
in the first week of September. It's probably gonna be at one of our favorite downtown Philadelphia locations. We're gonna save the actual date, and we're gonna save the name of the bar for the next few episodes.
Because we want everybody to pull up and just, we want to talk to people who maybe are watching this. We don't care if there's 5 of you, 1 of you, 20 of you.
I don't care if you're
anybody
making $10 in dividends off of YieldMax. You're more than welcome to come
we're
to
here
this.
for the people that are
Come to this
visionaries.
party.
At the end of the day, we're sitting here with a visionary who is saying that we helped change his life just off of the words that we said. So we know that.
Yeah,
there's
like you
people
have
even-
guys that starting with a few $1,000s a month, and now these guys are getting $7, $8, $9, $10,000 a month in monthly dividend.
off of long-term investing
Off
practices.
of
and then just
long-term
putting our
investing
money where our-
practices.
Where our mouth is. You know what
Guys,
I
I
mean?
have friends right now, presently, that's trying to save up 5,000 so they can drop it in Robinhood account and get their margin up to another 5. That's
Yeah.
10,000, and they're gonna drop.
Because
that
once they see AP
NVDY,
doing it, they're
guys.
like, damn.
They're gonna catch it. They're
And,
gonna
like-
that's
catch
the- and I
another
think
dude.
that same thing. I think that there's a couple. There's only like a couple people that ask me, but I do believe because you're around a lot of people because you have stores and stuff like that. Like I'm not around as many people on a daily basis, but I know that there's probably people that are thinking them same things or how could they do it? And that's really what the
Yeah,
event
like
would
this
be
is
for,
really
like,
what the
doing-
podcast is really
and the
about. We're gonna
podcast in general,
we're
like-
gonna build it from scratch
Because it's
with
not
you.
just the money; it's like the time, saving the time. To how many of us
Yeah.
sit in life and are like, "Well, I just want my money to do this so that I can free myself more time." It's like they both go hand in hand, you know. And making good decisions with your time that you have and your money can help you out with your money in the long term, you know.
Buy back your time, guys. Buy
back
back
your-
your time.
That's true.
We
It's
know
true.
we did that, bro. Come on.
Nah, yeah. So, all right. So just to round it off, because you know we do a hard 28, 29 minutes in and out clean. You know, all natural. So, guys, I want you to let me know how has YieldMax changed your life. We're gonna start with you, Steve. You're getting almost $10,000 this month in YieldMax dividends. That's enough money to live a nice, comfortable life in America and never work again. Like, how does that feel to be a 31-year-old and be doing that? Like, I know it's surreal.
I mean, it feels pretty crazy, bro. Honestly, it really don't even feel real because I've been putting a lot of it back in to the account, and I think this is gonna be one of the months where, like, yo, like, you know, I take a little bit out and like.
Yeah, live a little bit.
I live a little bit, you know, because having all the wealth in the world, and God blesses some of us with wealth so much, but sometimes He doesn't give us the opportunity to appreciate it. Pip. that
Yeah,
was
it's
for you,
very,
man.
very true.
So I
Pip,
wanna-
thank you for the
yeah,
prayer
yeah,
earlier.
no, that's just things that Pip tells me. He reads out to me. I'm like, dang, man, that hits. But it's like I realized, like, man, to appreciate it more. So how did NVDY change me, man? Just really like being able to do whatever I want and being able to invest money without having to even put my own new cash in.
Well, like I
Being
tell
an
you this,
American investor, bro.
like I tell you this as your friend, I'm proud you're a good listener, and I'm proud you're investing into the right things.
Yeah.
So, Abdul, the same question with you. How has YieldMax changed your life? For a guy who started out just buying Bitcoin a few years ago and now converting some of your Bitcoin to NVDY and now being a guy who's getting around $7,500 a month in monthly dividend income. Like how does that make you feel, like to be a young, successful guy like that?
To be honest with you, man, I feel like I'm still in the Matrix, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like I broke a code. Like when you first hit that
Money
dividend,
glitch. The money's glitching.
I call it. If any of you guys
NVDY,
played,
the money glitch.
if
The
anybody,
money
if
glitch.
anybody played Call of Duty and played zombies, and you ever had a good gun, and when you pack a punch it and it becomes more nice, I feel like these guys showed me how to pack a punch my money, man. Literally. Throwing the money becomes more. It grows. It pays you. I feel free. I feel like I could finally breathe
Yeah.
and look forward to something.
Yeah, I mean,
and keep building. You know what I mean? And it's about the people around you. You know,
Yeah,
you
of
gotta
course.
keep those positive people around you.
and
I feel like a changed person. I really feel like I was in the Matrix.
love it,
and
I
you
love
guys
it.
got me out.
I love
I
it.
feel like I was like,
And it's
Matrix.
just
Alright,
one of
you're
those
free.
things, you know what I mean?
You're free. Here's the
It's
code.
like I'm proud to see you doing it and stuff like that, because you could have just stood in that Bitcoin and it would have been there 60, 70,000. It's probably gonna be there for the rest of the year unless it explodes again, right? But you know, it's just good to diversify, especially after you just built such a solid position in one name. You know, it's good to diversify, and then, you know, getting a little margin, cheap money from Robinhood helps too. So, you know, but it was instant. It was like you sold, you got in, and you instantly got your dividends. And now you're getting 7, 8
And
grand
guys,
a
you
month,
really-
like
you re-
clockwork.
Yep,
And
you
like there's
guys-
nothing to it but to do it.
You guys know how we're saving. Like, this is kind of what we're on, and you know, you guys can probably take something out of this.
Yeah.
Like, whatever
Yo,
you take
guys,
out,
just-
know this is our path, where we're at, and what we're preaching.
Guys,
This is all
please,
opinions.
Guys,
Remember
please do all your research. Ladies, do all your research. Everyone, we're just here to inform you of what we're doing. This is my friend circle. This is our friend circle. We're all invested in the same things, and we're all just bringing free knowledge, free education, and just free everything to the public. And that's what we're aiming for, and that's what we're going to do. And, you know, the dividend party coming soon in September, and, you know, the Robinhood's going to go live soon for everyone to watch and learn. Peace.
Save together. Fuck. I was nervous as fuck.
Yo, motherfucker called me Smith, dog.